Jameela Jamil. She's from Pakistan.
One obvious member.
You know what? She's very vocal.
Okay.
And I like her energy. She don't mess around when she says things and how she feels. This is my first time meeting her. I don't know. She's probably been in other movies.
You've seen her before?
Other TV. I've never seen her before.
Okay.
But she's actually the villain. One of the villains in She-Hulk.
Okay.
Disney series that I believe launched in August.
They've been talking about She-Hulk because
they've
Megan
been
Thee Stallion
talking
was
about
on there.
Yes.
Okay.
It seemed like it's going to be a really nice show.
Okay.
Marvels. Her name, her villain, super
is it
villain
Disney
name
or
is
Marvel?
Marvel's. It says Disney's comedy series. Is Marvel part of Disney?
Go ahead.
Tatanina.
Okay.
Tatiana or something is her villain name.
Okay.
One of the things I was writing down some of the stuff she wanted because she was saying a lot. Of course, they're gonna ask her the same thing with the whole. Well, they asked her what does she like.
They just asking everybody about abortion.
Well, there was the big talk.
Every time somebody come out, the cameraman, they gonna ask
how
him.
You feel about abortion?
You
feel pro-choice? Are you pro-choice?
She thinking she coming out and talking about
no, but what do you love about playing that character? Because she's a villain.
Okay,
and she says she loves the fact that it's her ethnicity. A lot of times you don't see women from Pakistan, her background, as villains in superhero shows. Because of the martial arts training.
Okay.
So she says she's actually used it for real.
Okay.
But she loves the fact that she's trained and she's not afraid now. She's like, I flip you.
Okay.
I don't mess with you. And she's very energetic, though. Okay. I like her personality. Sunny asked about her kissing. She loves Whoopi. They got a picture of her on the Star Walk of Fame, Whoopi's, and she was on the ground in that fetal position, kissing the. She said, "I probably got some."
What did Whoopi say?
Whatever. Whoopi just smiles, but she said Whoopi is my favorite, and she said she had to kiss her star.
People keep forgetting how famous Whoopi Goldberg is.
She has a history.
Yeah.
She's done a lot. Same thing you did. Women, so you always do that line from The Color Purple.
Everything you done to me, already done to you. Anything come for me? Maybe they is, maybe they ain't. It's my favorite line. Go ahead.
That mean man,
Mister.
I ain't like Mister.
You're gonna sit here at your own table and listen to the what do you say? I forgot what he said.
Oh my God!
Like a servant or something. He said, "You're gonna sit here at your own dinner table and let her think that you like the servant." Or something he said.
Yeah, but she said Whoopi was her idol. Mm-hmm. Alyssa asked, "You're a longtime activist that started a mental health movement. iWay tells us about helping others in your journey. Remember, we talked about mental illness and mental health." And that a lot of people are suffering from mental health issues. Yeah. She did. She suffered from it maybe 5-6 years ago. Okay. So she has an organization that she's put together that helps people that, get some help. She struggled with her own mental illness, mental issue, make people feel okay about not feeling okay. People need to come forth. If they're not feeling okay and mentally they just have some issues, it needs to be an open door policy for them to just speak on it.
To be able to
like
talk
you
about
said,
it.
there's some entertainers who actually cancel a concert or something because of
well, I told
concern.
you Weekend. Was it the Weekend? Yeah. And
I thought it was his voice.
Yeah, you're right.
It was the other guy. The other guy. What's his name?
I don't remember.
He had mental concerns.
Some of them have,
Yeah. So everybody's starting to talk about that. I noticed.
Yeah.
So they asked her about that. And then they asked a discussion on what you should do reaching that. Remember they talked yesterday about what's the milestones when you reach about 40. Okay. What's some things that you feel you want to have done.
I was supposed to put that on a community wall.
Milestones by 40. What are your thoughts on that at age? She's 36.
Okay.
She said, really? Like Whoopi was saying, stop telling women what to do.
Okay.
What putting in place this pressure.
Right.
She's 36.
And you could go to school at 60. It doesn't matter
Here's what she
anymore.
said. She said, I got a roommate still. She said, I don't want any kids right now, and I don't want to get married.
Exactly.
She's 36. So she don't have no milestones like, you're going to get married by 40.
Everybody always do
You're going to
that,
have a baby by 40. You're going to do that, buy your house by 40.
Yeah.
So like Whoopi was saying the other day, don't put pressures on people.
People should just do
what you want. If you want to become an actor at 70, do that. A comedian, like Joy said. Did like we was teasing about abortion. Joy asked her about abortion. She had one. She personally had one.
I'm surprised she came out public.
She said, She agrees with what Stacy said as being a medical decision. She said people do not use abortion as contraceptive, not the big percentages that people think. Because back in the day, we always used to think you're using it as a contraceptive. Oops, I had a mistake. Oh, that's abort. Now, she did use the morning after pill right after it, after she had the, and then she said the condom broke.
Oh, okay.
So it broke on her. But she said...
She's telling all her business.
Yeah, she said she took the morning after pill after 6 hours. She was over a certain amount of pounds where the contraceptive failed.
Iron Cold Cash.
Who talks about that?
She telling everything. That's what I'm saying.
They were at the table going, you have to be over a certain weight for your contraceptive can fail on you. And she said, a lot of people don't know that. You got to know your body.
We ain't never been small.
I know.
So that ain't even in our atmosphere.
May not even help us. We too big.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, she was over 165.
Okay.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
So big women, fluffy women, I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
But she did talk about her own personal abortion that she had. And she had her medically, she, went and did what she needed to do. But some women have been open and honest about it, and they maybe regret. Some women have, they would like the fact that they had that, they made that decision on their own and not a government telling them yay or nay or a state. So the whole thing is still about pro-choice, pro-life. Do you think, Sonny asked, do you think society has evolved with the cancel culture? She didn't mean to tear Sonny down with the reply because she's like, I'm tired of cancel culture. She said, how do we bring people together? That's what she's all about.
Right.
Not canceling them because of what they said, what they did. She said, we are suffering from the same things together. As long as we keep screaming at each other, not worried about canceling someone. I mean, it's like, get in another place.
So she got the same thing. She got the same mind
canceling culture.
Okay.
And she said, just for an example, Pakistan, my country, she said, people don't even know that part of our country is underwater right now.
Yeah.
So we're talking about other stupid stuff.
That was on there.
And we'll be at to go, you guys are suffering from underwater.
Yeah,
they don't talk about that. They talking about this comedian who made a comment about some heavy woman coming in and sitting in
saw that. The Pakistan flood. Did y'all see
there's
that?
A flood. So she's saying that's my country. No one's talking about that on the news.
Nobody.
So she brought up a good point. Bring awareness to things that's important.
Let's see.
Helping people. Not trying to cancel them.
Yeah.
See? In Pakistan's
record floods, villages are now desperate islands.
Yes.
Yeah, they were saying that it's really bad.
You don't even hear that on the news. You're hearing Lindsey Graham's comment about flip-flopping.
This guy said, we are living on an island now.
Yes.
Wow. See, they don't talk about that.
No. They pick and choose. The news media picks and choose because they figured a Lindsey Graham comment about abortion will win.
Look at that.
See?
That look like Italy.
That's an eye.
That looks like, what is it?
The Japan with the tsunami?
No. Italy, where we went to.
Oh,
Venice. That looks like Venice.
With the boats. Venice in the water. They're all in the water now in boats.
That's crazy.
Yep. So that was a comment she made at the end of her interview.
It said the worst hit areas in, I don't know how to say, Providence, southern Pakistan. The flood water has completely submerged roughly 300 villages and maroon scores of others. Across the province, around 40,000 square miles of land. About the size of the state of Virginia is now underwater.
That's what she said on The View.
Like the state of Virginia being underwater.
And I'm glad that she put that plug in because it's letting people know, oh, that's right, Pakistan is having some issues with flooding. But yeah, you asking me questions about cancel culture. Who cares about cancel culture?
Still, their living conditions are miserable. Fever and waterborne diseases are rampant.
Yeah.
The area has been hit with, what is that? Y'all, I can't read. What is that?
Monsoon
rains and heat waves since it was submerged.
Yeah.
The government has shut off power to the area, a safety measure to prevent people from getting electrocuted.
Yes, Lord.
Plunging the villages into darkness each night. Most villages have not received any aid, residents say.
Yeah. So she pretty much made it known that.
Look at that.
If we continue.
Look at that.
Yeah. Isn't that sad?
Look at the poles.
So they won't get electrocuted.
But imagine
how high that water is.
Look at they on a piece of wood.
A piece of wood.
Can you imagine living here?
No. Well, the Katrina was a little bit of that.
Not a
People
whole
on top
state.
of buildings.
A whole state.
I know, the size of a whole state. Yeah, Katrina was an area, but that was just a hint of
nearly everyone in the village is sick with malaria and typhoid.
Oh.
Nobody's talking about that. They're talking about stupid buckethead Lindsey Graham.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, I was looking at that. When you said that, I remember seeing that Pakistan is underwater.
And she had to mention that on The View. So, but she pretty much was stating it's kind of like what Stacey Abrams was saying too, as far as if we don't do better with our laws and whether you're pro-choice, pro-life, whether you're Republican, Democratic, we're not doing things and coming together and loving one another and making sure people are taken care of. She said,
let me look
we'll
at this.
We'll fail.
And you started a mental health movement called I Weigh. Yes. Can you talk to us a little bit about helping others on your journey, what your goal was with that?
Listen, okay, it's probably no stranger to anyone who's ever seen me on Twitter. I've struggled with my mental health for a very long time. And I don't think it's something that is ever going to get better if we make people feel ashamed of it. And so with my large platform, I have an ability to reach a lot of people and make them feel okay about not being okay. And what we've done is we've expanded I Weigh from no longer just being about mental health, but also being a safe space to learn about different groups or different politics that maybe you haven't grown up knowing about. We live in a world that can really condemn people when they don't know everything and they don't speak about everything perfectly, and I don't think that that's very helpful. I don't care. Thank you.
Right, let's see what people said about her. I love the way the hosts are looking at her. They adore her. Plus, that's the first time I've ever seen Joy Clapp go for a guest. Is it?
I don't even know.
Oh, they trying to be funny?
I don't know.
Bravo, Jameela, speaking the truth all the way around. We as a society need to understand that we all are affected by worldly and global issues.
Yes.
I'm a man, yet I know I shouldn't tell women what to do with their bodies. Housing and global warming are two issues I agree with that need to help solving. We all can see it's getting hotter and colder than normal. We all see more trailers and homeless people, yet we ignore those issues.
Mental health is it's real.
See, beautiful woman, wonderful message, great interview, fantastic guest with a brilliant, refreshing outlook.
Yes.
She is so straight to the point. She is real.
Yep.
Okay, so they like her.
And
this is the first time we've seen her.
They've had two real women guests on the show today. It was about being real in both of their interviews.
Whoopi looking so proud of her is everything. I hope Jameela got a hug or something afterwards. A standing ovation maybe afterwards. She's amazing. She speaks so well and has that showbiz in her. She's the real deal. So everybody being nice again. Okay, everybody being nice. All right. Usually they say something negative about somebody, but both, like you said.
The only negative that she did receive is when it was after her She-Hulk. It was some picture. She had to do some kind of scene, and there was a photo of her, and her hair was just kind of all over the place, and people were slamming her for looking that way. And she had to apologize. She said, "You guys, I just did a scene where I had to do a lot of movement. Okay. So my hair was kind of like all over. I apologize, but they took the picture, and
somebody said they talk so much about cancel culture and abortion and Trump. Jamil is right. Pakistan is underwater."
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was good.
So it was a good show.